We'll find the range and standard deviation of the set of data. The set of data is 1350, 25, 240, 80, and 335. And what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the smallest number from the largest number number being 1350, smallest number being 25, and therefore our range is going to be 1325. Enter that in, press enter, and we get a good job. Now we want to find the standard deviation. The easiest way to do the standard deviation is to use Excel, which is why I have Excel up. We're going to go ahead and enter the data distribution into Excel, and we'll type in 1350, press enter, 25, press enter, 240, press enter, 80, press enter, 335, press enter. And we just want to verify that that's exactly what we've entered, and those are our data values. And so we'll go ahead and we will use the statistical applications that are inherent in Excel. Left click formulas, come over here, left click more functions, and then we're going to come down to statistical, and then we will scroll down to, so as I said, we're in more functions, statistical. Now there's two types of standard deviation. There's one for a sample and there's one for a population. They're not saying specifically that this is a sample, so we're going to go ahead and use standard deviation for a population, which would be this right here. And we'll left click that, and it brings up this. And notice that this field is already populated with A1 through A5, which is exactly what we want. And you'll see that it's in this cell 6. So if we left click OK, we end up with this for our answer for standard deviation. Now, if they are looking for a population value, we're going to go ahead and enter this value. Remember that it says round to 3 decimal places as needed, so we have 484.803. Left click enter, and that tells me that it's incorrect. And now when I look at this, it says n minus 1. So what they're telling me is that this is actually a sample. So we'll go back into Excel, we'll delete this, we'll left click more functions, come to statistical, we'll scroll down to standard deviation again, and in this case we're going to look for the one that says stdev.s, and that's going to be sample. So we left click that. Once again it populates, but this one doesn't automatically populate the cell figure, so we're going to highlight, scroll down the ones that we want, which is A1 through A5, left click OK, and this gives me this standard deviation. So let's go ahead and try that one. And this is a standard deviation for a sample, not a population. So 542.026, and there we go, we have the correct answer. So I've showed you both ways to do a standard deviation, either for a population or for a sample. Generally speaking, in these problems in MyMathLab, they will tell you if it's a population or a sample. However, in this case they didn't tell you that, so we will go ahead and check both ways. You could start with a sample first if you so desire.